Test. Yep, works. Alrighty. So, I have enough material to continue. Let's make some silica. Let's make some silica. So I have now a bunch of power available. Bunch of power is now available. Right. So let's see. Power is here. Coming up to the tunnel. Yep, there. Alrighty, so we do have the hostility here. Didn't I place some? I did. So, first of all, power. First of all, we need to take power here. So let's take power. Okay, now we have power here. These produce 120 E, right? It's 120 E. 120 E. If I go into a consti, does a consti produce? Do I have the space for another square? I think so. I think I do have a space for another square. I do have space for another square. So, we're producing 120. I know I don't need quartz crystal as much. 75 per 25. So if I set these up, it's 75. So if I go to 20 per minute, that's 33. 19 per minute. 18 per minute is... 18 per minute is exactly 30. So I could do 4 of these and saturate one of them. Four of these will saturate. The 4 of these will saturate. Okay. And silica, obviously we need more. That is the same. However, that is 45 per minute. So how can I get 20 per minute? How can I get 20 per minute? That's 21. That's 21. That's 24. That's 20. If I do it like this, I can have 6 machines. I can have 6 machines running. Now space is an issue, right? I can have 6 machines like so. I take another zoop. The buildings. Like so. If I do this. Crafty bench, consti structor, like so. Can I move this forward? I can move this forward, but this clips ever so sickening. We can, however, have one here. 2, 3. And if I bring this one over here, that works too, right? Yes. So we have 6 of them here. But I still need a sink system. Let's get... Let's get this in here. So... Okay, so I have 6 here now. I'm not happy with the other way. Not happy with this. I'd like to have the sink there. If I would have to fold it over. Can I grab another line of this? If I grab another line here, that splashes on the outside. That's actually quite good. Let's have a little walkway here in case I fall down. So that gives me space. Get 3 here. That gives me space to get 3 here. If I go 1 times 3, that's 112, so I would be giving up. But that is fine, honestly. I don't really need Thorin. Because that would make it look ever so nicely. That would make this look ever so nicely, and I can take this guy, turn it around, like so, bring it up, like so. Now I need a splitter system. I'm missing cables, you serious? I'm missing cables. Oh no. I'm missing cables. Streamer mode. Mute while... What is... Since this is not a recording, let's just check it out. Is there any resource? There is. It's called coal. There is actually 2 coal here. There's actually 2 coal here. 1 impure and 1 pure. So that makes 2 normal. Difficult to split though. Okay. How do I build the street? I would like to get the street in here, but I need like a 45-degree angle. I mean, I could do that with infinite nudge. That would be hell of a task. There's coal there, which is pretty nice. Could bring this coal down here and make a little energy factory. Need to keep that in mind. I could also make steel here. Bring that coal to this, make steel. That is also possible. Snack box filled? My snack box is not filled. Sacrilege. Absolute sacrilege. My snack box is not filled currently. Absolute sacrilege. 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 There we go. Now I need space for my snack box. Here. Ooh, I feel like the field of view is different now. Oh well. I need to rewire everything here. Alrighty. I'm actually out of working cables. Interesting. What do I do with this chunk of steel? I could make steel there. Is there sulfur near? Probably not. No. Very far away. Also isn't impure. Technically, there is sulfur here, but it's only a normal. Oh. I'd like to make this drivable. I don't see that happening really. Without some hefty manual work. What can I do with coal? Make a powder factory and get the access into steel ingots. That would be a thing, yeah. What do I see? A slug. There's a slug up there. Also a spitter. Interesting. So we're gonna kill you guys. We're gonna kill you. Now, this technically needs to be split anyhow, but I want to split it the other way around. Crouching on another object's clearance. Do it like so. Like so. It does clip, so it does not get into there. This one does not clip, so that's totally fine. So I need to bring it up. So I need to bring it up. So let's bring it up. First things first, let's get a splitter here. Now we need to turn this guy over to this. I need both of them to be syncable. Because I'm gonna sync the axis. One step high, one step high. Now we need the same thing here. Splitter system. Go. Like so. How much space have I given you? You are one step in from the line. Yes. You to join this one. So. Like so, you guys will do this. You will split towards here. Take this guy. Just about. Take this guy just about. Now I want to sync this and this. Which means the sync needs to have a... Get an equipment workshop here. Crafty. Ma'am. Oh. Now I need 2 AI limiter. So. Like so. Okay. Now this would be clipping, so we are going to take here. I think we're gonna take this the whole way. Like so. Now I need a door frame. Glory hole here. Like so. This doesn't look good, but... glory hole like so. I mean, technically I could do a double inline here, but this looks off like so. Or we truly do it like so. Because technically I need two of them. Bare wall. Okay, now I need an awesome sink. Now I need my sink. Now if I've done it good enough, the sink should fit in here. Oh boy, it fits. Pull one step back. You know what, let's pull two back, so it's like so. Now I need a smart system here that go into a merger. I need a smart system. Hello there, Fox. That's what she said, sure. Now I need a smart system. First I need to merge these. First I need to merge these. First they need to be merged. Chillfactory, yes. Just wanted to play a little bit of Satisfactory. So I don't have to think as much as I do usually. And I also wanted to try a different start and all of that stuff, so it came in quite handy. Oh, this can be like so. Nothing we haven't done so far. I'm so far away from what we have done, so there is absolutely no worries that I will try new, find out new things. I'll only check out a new area in all reality, but I will not overtake our save game whatsoever. Now I need a splitter system. Now I need a smart splitter system. Let's take that smart splitter system here, right? Like so. Let's take the smart splitter system like so. On the right side I want to get overflow. On here I want to get quartz kristalle. Quartz crystal. There is a crystal. So this is already split now. Now I need a merger system. But I will check out the merger system. Oh what? No, the checkout the merger system is actually fine this way. We could technically immediately merge it over here. Like so. Give this a direct line. Like so. This is exactly what I did not want to happen. So let's take this one like so. Because I need this line to be here. So this one right here needs to be... This one right here needs to move. So let's merge these. Let's merge these. And then I need to smart split it, so I have to bring it forward. I have to bring it forward. Have to bring it forward. Now I need to smart split it. We'll smart split it a little bit further ahead. Like so. And forward will be the overflow. The left side will be silica. Left side will be silica. Like so. Is that the real height? No, it is not. Looks pretty good. We're gonna put that in here. And this one will now receive 1, 2. It was good, right? 2 looks pretty good. Like so. Now this one receives 1, 2. From here to here. Delete this. Now we have a conveyor belt system that automatically syncs as well. Wonderful. Which means we now produce silica once the power is here. How many of these orange things have I? Eating these on top. Oh, I still have like 6 of them. Yeah, I have like 6 of them. I think it's about time I try something else. I have the salted caramel pretzels. And I have the pralines. So which one am I trying for? Which one of these am I trying? The pretzels or the praline di Chiolato Confidente Extra? The pretzels. Okay, okay. I'm trying the pretzels. These look expensive. Ooh, interesting smell. Ooh, they're covered. Interesting. They're covered pretzels. Very sweet. Kind of not weak in flavor, but I kind of expected more of a punch. These are very salty in the end. They start extremely sweet and end very, very salty. Interesting. The chocolate oranges are much better. Interesting. I don't think I can eat many of those. Interesting. They smell very artificial. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, they do smell very artificial. Taste very artificial as well. Oh. Shit. Not a lot expensive? Okay. I don't think I can eat many of these. They have this extremely sweet hit. Almost too sweet of a hit. And there's this extremely salty aftertaste. Ooh. I don't know what to think of these. I don't know if I actually like these. I don't know if I actually like these. I can't eat many of those. Let's bring the factory online. Let's bring the factory online. They have a weird aftertaste. I like the standard pretzel more. I think the standard pretzel is much better. This tries to be too many things. This tries to be way too many things. It's not that it's bad, but I can't eat a lot of them. The power is delivered to the other side. You're surprised? Not as much. You were raving about these. I think they're too many things. I think they're too many things. Let's cut the cable. Let's cut the cable. Go ahead and get the power over here. Let's get the power over. Actually, don't need the much power over. just try to do a little bit of power over here in case I ever need it. These orange things I can eat 1,000 of. If I eat 3 to 4 pretzels of these, then I'm good. It's too much. Oh yeah! Don't get me wrong. These are great. These are too much. There should be a nutritional value list. Let's check the nutritional values. There's much more salt in these than in this. This has an extreme amount of salt. The pretzels have an extreme amount of salt in it. A very unhealthy amount of salt. These have per 100 0.33 grams. So 0.33. 100 grams of these have 1.4 grams of salt. This might be the problem. The problem is the insane amount of salt. Just so you know, a human body needs around 2 to 3 grams of salt per day. So if you eat this thing alone, you have your entire salt, daily salt, almost in. While you could eat 10 of those to get your entire salt in. So 1.5 of those versus 10 of those. That's the problem. They are heavily over seasoned. They are not balanced at all. Yes, these are not balanced at all, which is the problem with the pretzels. They are not really balanced. They're too sweet and too salty. The Chockies are insanely good though. I will keep those around, the pralines. I will keep those around. I am interested in those. I'll eat them tomorrow on Wednesday probably. Let's connect the machines. Let's bring this facility online. Let's bring this facility online. You never had those, okay? I will try them tomorrow or Wednesday. I will try these. So, where the hell did you build that? Oh, there. So, if I've done everything correctly, this facility should come online with this cable. Green light, yellow light, yellow light. Green light, wonderful. I'm in a cave, yes. Currently I'm in a cave. I'm in the purple slug cave where the purple slug is on the wall. There's 2 Hanathist here. There's 2 Hanathist here. This entire area has 0 Hanathist. Aha. Interesting that you say that. No spiders. Turns out if you kill the enemies and you place down a crafting bench, around 300 meters around it prevents respawning. You need to kill them and then kill the respawn, place a crafting bench. That prevents the respawn of monsters. You will see once we walk back into the main area, there are crafting benches everywhere. There's a crafting bench to prevent the respawning of monsters. So I've killed everything, and then I placed down a crafting bench to prevent the respawn from happening, basically. Ah, this is not yet connected. We have done this, okay. Yup. I have invented a few things that I want to do differently once I hit the main area and the main game again. Okay, this is now producing silica. That's great. This is not producing anything because I have no input in it. Yeah, okay, I don't have any input in it yet. But yes, I have done, especially for the walkways, I have done something different that I want to adapt to the main game. Because every single time we had to conveyor belt up a ramp, it just looked bad because we had this extremely steep angle and we basically turned into a steep angle, right? I hated that. So I made sure that I have a corner first and then up the stairs. So basically, instead of going up the stairs, I have a corner and then I go up the stairs. So this should fly to here, and it does. And the overflow, which has been reached now, it should fly into here. But currently, we have not connected the sink. Let's get the sink in. And that's how it should look. And now we're sinking the overflow. I've made sure that almost all facilities currently access or produce their access into a sink. Because that's something that our main game also didn't do. We didn't sync our access. What I'm also doing in this one, I'm working way more with lifts because I want to be able to walk everywhere. So I'm able to walk everywhere. And yeah. So this is the corner I was talking about, which looks very, very bad. This is the corner I was talking about. Corner like this is very bad if we want to put stuff up on the walkway. Because this just looks odd like so. This just looks odd. So, instead of doing that, let's get this straight like so. Let's pull this up. Another thing that I did, I did not use 4-meter ramps. This is all 2-meter ramp. Because, as you are keenly aware, if you drive a car up or down a 4-meter ramp, the car jumps. And I don't like that. And I'm hoping with the 2-meter car is that it won't jump. That's the hope. Now I have not done what I wanted here, but I have done it here. As you can see, we have a very bad curve here. Like if you want to have this straight, This just looks terrible, right? Nothing we can do about it. This just looks terrible. So I've made sure that I have a corner before we actually have a ramp, so I can neatly corner. Now, let's see if I can save this somehow. Yes, but it is clipping now, but I'm fine with it. It is clipping now. Can I get another like so? This looks better. This looks better. So I need hole here. Hole here. Silica up here. Oh, that is a straight. I don't want to have a straight. Right. Yes. Okay. Good. And now we just build home. Just build home. Now I simply take the belt. But since I have now silica and I have steel now I can start rebuilding the base, which I have put off until now. The main base is currently very much in shambles. Very, very much in shambles. Car goes, whee! Yep, that is exactly what I want to prevent in this file. I am not using any 4-meter ramps if I can avoid it. But as you can see, there's these crafting benches everywhere. So basically you kill, then you place down a crafting bench, and that should prevent the respawn. That should prevent the respawn. There's another crafting bench, quite visible. And again, everything is a 2-meter ramp. No, nothing is a 4-meter ramp anymore. Now, I have not done what I wanted to do on the next ramp, so I'll quietly and neatly fix this one. I'll fix this one. See, this one is directly curving. I don't want that. I don't want that, so I will now place a 4-meter foundation and another 4 meters, so I have a little square right here. And now I will get the... This says 4-meter, but this is a double 4-meter ramp, which I don't want to use. This is a double 2-meter ramp, which I want to use. And because I now have cornered this with an extra platform, I can make a much nicer corner, just like here. I can make a much nicer corner and take it much nicer. I've tried to do that everywhere. Now I would like to bring a street through this tunnel, but without a 45-degree angle, that's not gonna work. So I will probably build a street through the sky, which I don't want to do. So I might look up if there is a mod that would enable clean 45-degree angle. I'm not sure. if there is such a thing, but that is a mod I would like to add so we can have nice 45-degree angle. Because the sheer fact that there is no 45-degree angle is a bit annoying. Let's face it. A game like this where everything is so beautifully thought out and then you don't have a 45-degree angle is how did that slip through QA? How is that even possible? Everything works so beautifully in this game and then there's no 45-degree angle. I love this game to bits, really, but it has some stupid things. The base still needs a name, by the way. Has been given no name so far. I have doggos, 10 of them. And I need more, but I have 10 of them. There is a cave where doggos spawn. This is where I pretty much have every single doggo from. So I need to grab a few more doggos. Fun fact, this area has absolutely 0 berries. So taming the doggos was actually a bit difficult because there was absolutely no berry in this area. What do you do? Well, just by sheer chance, I stumbled upon the cave right about here. Right about here is the cave. And there is raspberries inside there, so it was very hard. That is correct. I'm gonna give you that one. It was very hard. It was very, very hard. Now, I still haven't upgraded any belts. Everything is still a level 1 belt. After we bring the Hanathists and Silica over, we need to update the belt system because currently everything's level 1. Level 1 obviously way, way, way too slow. Way too slow. And the facility is quite spread out currently, which is also something that I do not like. I would like to consolidate a little bit more, but all in good time. All in good time. Why is my field of view so bad? Why is my field of view so bad? First person. Why is my FOV so bad? I feel like my field of view has gotten worse. I don't know. I also have done quite a few air bridges, which I'm again not the biggest fan of, but it is quite difficult to do a ground bridge here. So I also here's the funny thing. This save games is called Movies Are Watched While I Play. So I was not really giving much attention to looking nice. I just watched movies while I play this save game. Which I thought was a very, very funny name. But yes, pretty much every bigger building is now a 2-stage building. There's a doggo. This doggo is not running away, so I can grab that one later. But every building is now a 2-stage building. And all of the cabling and piping is done in the bottom stage. And in the upper stage, I have it as clean as possible. Basically, I am using the double stage system to have a super duper clean, possible clean system. Let's drop. What else can we drop in there? Too many cables. But yes, I am using a two-stage base design, so I can have it as clean as possible. Matter of fact, I'm extremely proud of the power plants because they look very clean. They look very, very clean. And every important building, again, is a 2-stage system. The main base will be a 2-stage, if not 4-stage system, so always 2 stages. The base needs not revamping, but all of the belting needs to be redone completely. All of the power needs to be redone. I will keep the placement of the machines as they are, but all of the cabling will be different. All of the belting will be different. I will focus on that once I have steel and silica over at this base. What I like about this rear is it's pretty flat. So you can have one nice super building, which is the plan here. It's still a giant floaty square. I'll make that pretty when I got time. What's up, guys? I'm leaving those alive because they look kind of cool and they're whatever. Do I need some... I don't know. Do I need some? Grab a few quick wires while we run. Are they different? No, they're just the small ones. They're 3 small ones. They're not scary at all. I'm just gonna leave those 3 small ones alive, because why not? But yes, this will be roaded up later, and I will do a 2-meter road instead of a 4-meter road. And I will do, if any possible, I want to design a 45-degree system. I'm not so sure if I will actually spend the time to actually do it. But I want to spend, I want to try to make a 45-degree angle so I can have a 45-degree straight, because that is currently very annoying to deal with. I've also squared the entire map. I made sure that I was not half heighting anything. So everything is on the double height, which means I have never done a height of 3 platforms. I've always done 2 platforms, 4, 6, 8, 10 platforms. So I made sure that I had a even number of diagonals. So I made sure of that. I want to get more into the car system in this one, because we have only used 1 car. I kind of want to do more. Just want to see how it works. This map is really for shits and giggles, really. So now this should have a platform for cornering as well. Wonderful. So I have made the right thing. Oh, it's missing a meter. Okay, now I need to bring this up here, but before I bring this up here, I will upgrade all of the belts to... You missed Satisfactory a lot? Yeah, I can imagine that. So this is already 3. This is already 3. Is everything inside here 3? Yes, everything inside here is already 3, right? No, not everything. Not everything is 3. Not everything is 3. Is still quite slow. This guy is quite slow. Not everything is 3 in here. Okay, I see. Most of the stuff is 3 now. So this should be flowing nicely now. So this is 12 per minute. 12 per minute. 12 per minute. 12 per minute. I am producing currently 15, so I'm producing 60, but I'm using 12 per minute. So I'm not utilizing this thing. So let's go to 75. And now I'm utilizing 15 per minute. Okay. Which means now I have saturated the system. Okay. Now I have saturated the system. Let's double check if everything is a 3. This looks very good. Everything is a 3 so far. Everything here is a 3. 3, 3, 3. Everything is a 3. That's great. Means this should be syncing ever so nicely. We're currently on 9,000 points per minute. Pretty good. Good. So this is now... This is producing 180 per minute. Because I'm using 180 per minute. Okay. Wonderful. Now this is saturated, so let's 3 this. And since we have to do the walkway here anyhow, might as well 3 the entire system here. So I do know that I need 2 of these already here and 3 of these here. So I will use 3 of these immediately here. That was not intelligent. I need to use 3 of these here. No, 2 of these, right. I'm gonna get this one to straight. Gonna get this one to straight. And this is how we will continue. And everything needs to be a double. Because I will have 2 belts coming in. For now. I need everything to have 2 belts. So let's quickly do all of these and upgrades and then connect the conveyor belts. Yes, there we go. Because currently in the base there is an excess of visibility issues, which I want to remedy with a nice upgrade on 2-stage housing. Now I've noticed these are level 1 bells, so we need to take care of that. I've also not done any interdimensional depots. I should get into the research of that, but I have not been doing many travel episodes so far. I've traveled like 2 times. And all of them have been without an obelisk. So I couldn't get anywhere really. This is still a level 1 system, so we need to upgrade. This is a level 3 system. This is already done. This is still a level 1 system, so we have to upgrade that system. The creature's in the way. Would you please go? Go away. Please. Thank you. Oh. Poor Hubert. Well, he's in my way. And I'm missing rods, but I'm back at the base, so that's fine. As you can see, I have utilized the bottom, but it's not looking great. This is all very, very, very provisional. Like this just, I don't like the look of this. This is just, yeah, it works. Alright, it works. But there's just so much wrong with this. It just doesn't look great. And I want to bring all of the cabling down into the bottom, and I want to make it look nice. I have given this its own platform, so I can have this as a house and this as a balcony, basically, because we have this ship that goes up and down, right? So I have this as a balcony, basically, and I'm looking out into the sea, do 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 do. So yeah, I haven't done any of the Fismus stuff. Technically I can do it now. I can do it now because I have 3,600 megawatts of power. I have 2,000 power of headroom currently. When does that end? I believe on the 16th. I believe we have only next week, Friday, to finish the Christmas thing. Christmas Satisfactory. 18th of January. So we have 2 weeks. We have one Friday and the week after to finish Christmas. So we will focus on Fismus. However, I have given them cages and 6 of them are in one cage. And trust me, 6 of them in one cage works pretty nicely. 6 of them in one cage works pretty nicely. I've made sure that I immediately gave them their separate cages. Because I can't have them Nicholasing around. Alrighty, so... Wonderful. So now let's connect everything. Let's see, I probably can leave them like is. Have you named them? We have Doggo 2, Doggo 3, Doggo 4, Doggo 1, Doggo 5, Doggo 6, Doggo 7, Toko Ten. Toko Ike. Toko Nin. I have named them. I have named them. Indeed. Good stuff. Good stuff. Terrible? What do you mean terrible? They're amazing. Amazing names. What do you mean terrible? You mean terrible? You mean terrible? I would never do such things. Never do such things. I am innocent. I am innocence. I am innocence. Stop your word. Didn't even hit him. So now we do the conveyor pole everywhere. The back on the back flow. Now, thankfully, we only need a single one here each. Like so. Ooh, I'm so tired. I want to get into my bed. First day was awful. Do it like so. Yep, this is necessary. Now we have to do this entire thing again for the steel factory. I really want to show the coal power plant, but I don't want to lose time traveling, so I'm just simply gonna do the conveyor belt thing for now. I'd like to do more here. I think this is a really cool area. I think this is a really, really cool area. But this thing is in the way, which is a problem. This one thing is in the way. So you can't really use this area for much. But the corner extra platform makes all the difference when it comes to neatness. They very much like this, that I have done that. So... we're almost there. I think these salted pretzel, caramel pretzel chocolate things are full of lactose. Because they have a milk covering and I can taste the milk. I can taste those. Ooh. Yeah. Almost done. Almost done. Just bring the silica back, which is super easy. Once this is set up, bringing the silica back is super duper easy. We're almost there. And we're here. Alrighty, so... Now you know what, let's show the coal plant. We're so close to the coal plant, might as well show the coal plant. I'm pretty proud of the coal plant. I'm not proud of the walkway. I think the walkway is terrible. And this is way too high, this is way too skywalky. But there was no other way of getting a clean walkway here. In case I need it, that is. But this is another one of those 45-degree ones where a 45-degree road would be absolutely impeccable here. But we're very sky high here, which I'm not the biggest fan of. There's the coal factory, which I miscalculated and had to double. Because I had to double it, I had to move the coal factory as well. Because the coal factory was not wide enough. But yeah, this is the coal factory. And what's neat about this coal factory is that the production floor actually is super clean. The production floor is super duper clean. Super duper clean, super clean piping. And here's how it looks on the inside. It actually has an overhang. And this overhang is due to me having to extend the base. So I had to build an overhang, basically. I had to build this overhang. Which I think looks incredibly neat. Having that overhang. And then I have the machine room with the piping. And the machine room itself has everywhere walkable. So you can walk everywhere. Which I think is incredibly neat. So you can maintenance absolutely everything. And this is the coolest pipe work I have done so far. Look at this pipe work. It looks so cool. Like it takes a 180-degree turn and then it flows along the ceiling so you can walk. So it flows along the ceiling and then it splits again and then it drops down and then you have one single pump that pumps in all 4 pumps. So this is the cleanest pipe room I have done so far. This is so cool looking. And there you can see the piping system. Real easy. This one spreads it left and right. and then it just goes up, 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 up. And this is like such a cool piping system. This is the best piping room I have done. I think this looks incredible. I really like how the 180 degree turn is. I think that's really dope. And then you look here and everything's parallel. This looks so good. This is such a cool looking system. So yeah, and also every single thing is basically lifted. So there's no diagonals anywhere. There's no diagonals anywhere. It's all verticals. It's all horizontals. Zero diagonals. So this looks really, really cool. This looks really cool. I'm quite happy with that one. This is a really cool looking base. The other cold factory, I have two. A smaller one, half the size. The half this size doesn't look that great like this one, because it was kind of an emergency. I have to squish a little bit build. So I squished that base a little bit. I don't want to redo it. But yeah, this looks so neat. Like the power room is so clean and everything is nice and parallel, and it really fits my OCD. And the machine room downstairs is also ultra clean. Big fan of this plant. Big fan of this power plant. Now if I go miner Mark II, and I have the belts for it, I could actually power shard every single thing and double the power outlet. But here's what I don't like about this. This skyway. There was no way of getting down here because this is a 45-degree angle. There was no way of getting down here and not making it screwy. So I had to, because I'm not using 4 meter downwards, I'm using 2 meter downwards. So this was just not steep enough. So I had to do a little air bridge. Not the biggest fan. Might redesign that later. But for now it works. If I ever have to bring a conveyor belt there. But yeah, the coal factory looks really good. The coal factory looks really, really good. Let's finish up the silica road. Let's finish up the silica road. Let's finish up the silica. Oh. And then we will bring in the steel, and once we have brought in the steel, then the redesign of the base will happen. Because then I can redesign the base in peace. Because material has been sorted out then, and power has been sorted out. So I don't have any stress or any time pressure, because everything's at the base. Have I missed one? No. But basically I have taken a lot of like inspiration from the main save, and I've put it into this, and I'm doing some refinement here and there, which will benefit the main game at some point because I test the refinement. And restarting the game was actually the right move. I could have just used my existing save, but beginning new was, I think, the right move, because I can now like put everything I've learned to the practice and refine that knowledge. The street will be a problem though. This is a much more difficult part to street. This is a much more difficult part to street. Is it coming though? Don't see it coming. Am I not quick with the belts, or where's my silica? Silica coming? Don't see the silica coming. Oh, there it is. Okay. Silica is on its way. I'd really like to do something here, but it's difficult. Ooh. Like so. Almost at the base. What do you know? Almost at the base. Right, we haven't actually done this one. Have I not brought Hanathis in base yet? No, it doesn't look like it. Now I have to build both of them, okay. Now I build both of them, I guess. So we might run out of steel. But we are semi-close to the steel base as well. I'm so tired. We're gaining ground though. We're gaining ground. We're gaining ground. I wonder where the silica is. Am I that much quicker than the silica? Oh, there it's coming. I can see it. There is a gray line appearing. It is coming. Silica is coming. So let's move on before the silica catches up. We're almost out of steel. We're almost out of steel. Steel has a big problem. Steel is very much coal locked currently. Because I have used part of the coal for the power generation down there. So currently we are very much coal locked. So one of the journeys that I probably will take is finding more coal. There is a quadruple patch of coal. Not nearby, but pretty straight in a line. So I might catch that coal. Because, yeah, I need it. I very much need it. I'm not the biggest fan of this one. So I will simply do it like so. Because now I can attach from here to here. And this looks nicer. Now this is not the greatest bend ever, honestly. So I'm gonna, let's see. We need a bend like this here. Can we bend this a little bit nicer? No, but we're getting there. We're getting there. This looks nicer. Oh yeah, this looks much better. Take this bend right here. Let's delete those two. Let's put this here. Okay, now we have silica here and Hanathystis here. Great. This is actually not good, but I can... let's see. I want to bring these two technically... immediately up. So let's bring these immediately up. The conveyor lift hole. Let's bring these up immediately, I guess. Like so. These should bring them up immediately. Very good. So where's the conveyor lift hole? It is... It should be right here. And it is probably underneath this guy. Right. No, it's actually underneath this guy. Haha. Okay. So I need to move these machines here. I think we need to move these machines for now. There they are. Okay, let's sink a few of the rods. Okay, so we have... Interesting that the silica is already poking out. Okay, so the silica's already poking it. How can I make this look nice? So these should connect here. Industrial storage units. And make this like so. No! And then make this like so. Does that look good? I think this does look good. However, I think I will take this storage unit and I will put it relatively up in here. Up in here. Up in here. I will put it up here because these are overhanging as well, because I want to have a little overhang. Like so. Now this gives me a little bit of dead space, but this gives me enough space to get a belt across if I need to. I don't want to get a belt across, but if I need to. This should fit in the amethyst. Wonderful. Now we have silica at the base. Very good. Now we have silica at the base. Good stuff. Can we do some research? First, we need to sync a few things. I want to sync a few of these guys. I want to clear out the pets. I'm also syncing pretty much everything the pet gives me that is not of high value to me. Or imminent value, I should rather say. So anything that is basically what I consider trash, I'll just trash it basically. Keeps my inventory low as well, and keeps my points high. Some of the things they bring give a lot of points in those machines, in those sinks. So especially stuff like this motor right here gave me so many sink tickets that I could immediately buy the most important thing. So this turbo motor right here, like crazy, accelerates everything. As you can see, I've already gotten another 10 of these things. So yeah, I have been using, or I've been trading in most of the doggo things that are not of imminent value to me. So I could, like, immediately get rid of stuff. Has worked quite well so far, I have to say. So, alrighty. Now we need a stitched iron plate system. Now these have been... So if I use this left and right system, how will I manage this? This has body blocked it, so I cannot use this line right here. I should use this line right here. Should use this line right here. For later, that is. I will redo this way later. I will redo this way later. What I need to do now, I need to bring steel over. So let's bring steel over. And just like steel, just like these guys, I need to bring them over here. Here's the problem we're facing. We're getting a little high. Getting a little high here. So I might want to bridge this and make a second conveyor system here. Because this is getting quite high. I am not the biggest fan of this extreme height. But also it makes it rather easy to do. So we need another 2. So we need another 2. Let's take this so we can step it down by 1. Can we actually step it down by 1? I can step it down. Okay, so I can step it down by 1. I need this system exactly here. This is 1 full block of height. Like so. This is 1 full block of height. And let's bring over everything. Fun fact, I actually had my main base over there. I decided to move because there was no copper up there that was sufficient enough. There was only a single impure copper. And at this point that was not good because I didn't have the amount of resources to build a conveyor belt system over here. So I tore everything down here, absolutely everything, and I brought it down there where 2 copper and 2 iron were. Turns out there's not 2 copper and 2 iron, there's 2 copper, 6 iron, and 6 2 limestones. So the place down there, and it was extremely flat, is a really, really good space. Now this right here, we need to bring everything this thing has. We need to bring it down. So let's bring it down, and we need to bring it. We need to bring it over here, most likely. So we'll bring it over here. And we'll just build from there. Okay. We'll bring it over here. Walls, conveyor wall, like so. We'll bring this down now. So this need to be brought down. So we'll now cancel these 2 lines. I will get a storage container here and here. We will dismantle this one and this one separately. Put everything into this one. Right, so. Bring everything into this one. Right, so. Now we take a few of these. Now I would like to connect the conveyor belt immediately down, but I will connect the conveyor belt first into these so I can empty these and then connect the other system. So I just have to turn this conveyor floor hole around. Like so. However, I want to check how have I done this. So I took the next half point. I took the next half point, which would be this one right here. Or like so. So if I take this half point, does that work? Is it immediately connected? No. Okay, so this half point works. So if we go and take this because we want to empty these first. So these will be emptied first. Because we want to empty these things first. Inventory is looking quite nice. So we need to bring these two conveyor belts here. So we need to bring them here. So the first one will be turned and the other one will be straightened, right? So straight here. Right here. I don't like that this is not similar. So I'm gonna take it similar. Just for the sake of making it look nice. Now I need the ceiling mount. Now I need a ceiling mount. I want to mount it like so. I want to have a nice little curve here. I can bring to here. And obviously it's not long enough. We'll bring it here to make it symmetrical. That's interesting. That's interesting, okay. So we'll pull... That's another trick I've learned. Put a placement belt here, then you can attach from here, and then you can have the nicer turn like this. That's another thing I've checked out, so... Like so. Alrighty. Now let's put this turn here. Now I want to turn this one immediately here. Belt is too steep. So we put this one right here, pre-make this one, so I can pull it down straight. But now I just keep this one without attaching. So I'm not attaching right now. Because that means I can start the conveyor from this side and go straight over here. So it has the bend on the left side. And now I do the exact same thing here. I pre-build this line. And now I can take the bend. However, this clips actually. I'm gonna take the bend over here. Not the biggest fan of this bend, not gonna lie. Not the biggest fan of this bend. So let's just take this bend, I guess. Let's just take this bend. Right here. Let's see how this bend shapes out. This is not too bad. I like this bend way more. I like this bend way more. So... And now... Here, we don't have the extra walkway. We don't have the extra walkway here. which I want to remedy. So let's do like this. Take it like so. Take it like so. Now we need to get the power poles better. So let's connect these power poles. And now we can dismantle these power poles and not lose power. Wonderful. Now we can have a nicer curve down there. Now we have a way nicer curve here. Is the steel already flowing? It should be flowing. I can't see it flowing though. Can't see anything flowing. Let's connect it first, and then we check the flow. So we're coming up to the base, which means we now have to hit a upward spiral. So this is pretty much the straight as it can be. Let's check this one. So this is too steep, so we found the immediate best move, which is this. Means one here. Here. Oh, there it is. There's the flow. Okay. So the material is flooring. After this is in, we're gonna go ahead and make the steel base nice and neat and tidy and connect it to the main base, and then we will slowly transform the main base to something that can actually be looked at without it actually being horrifying. Oh. I would have loved to produce everything down there, but just by belt speeds and raw material alone, that was not feasible, unfortunately. I would like to have produced everything down there. I might do that in a modded playthrough where I absolutely build everything in the main base, and there will be no building of any materials in the outer parts of the world. So I basically have to consolidate every single resource into one base. That might be horrible. In fact, will be horrible. It's not a might, it will be. But for now, let's do a bunch of mini bases and just get the finished product home. Still want to use cars though. I think the cars are a neat idea. Still want to use cars. We have pretty much everything at the base, however, we have a material problem. So... we need these guys to connect here. Then they need to step down once. They need to step down once. Now I need to get 2 of them here. Like so. And now we have to check out the conveyor hole here. I want to use the left and the right side. Can I make this symmetrical? Oh, please tell me I can make this symmetrical. Ah, it's ever clipping so slightly. Really? Oh, it's ever clipping so slightly. Ever clipping so slightly. Can I make this? No. Ever clipping so slightly. Can I make this still a thing? No. Shit, it's clipping ever so slightly. Which means I need to use this hole right here. Like so. Yeah, was not enough space. Sadness ever, dude. But now we have it like this. Like so. These are running, wonderful. And now we have to connect these 2. One right here. What would happen if I do this? This looks slightly better. What would happen if I connect this? I think we need to do it like so. I think we need to do it like so, because if we do it like so, it will clip into each other. Is that correct? Yes, it will clip into each other. So we have to do it like so. I'm actually not the biggest fan of how this looks. Let me give you a move here. Why did it move? Why did it move? Like so. Does this work? It moves by default, but that looks nicer than it was before. If I take this one right here. This doesn't look good in any way. So I'm not doing that. Instead, I'm giving them a little bit more space. Now this looks pretty fire. Slight clipping. Oh, this looks horrible. This looks horrible. Can I... Why are you curving this that way? If I give you this and I curve you from here, no. And we get this one higher? That might look good. That might look good. A lot of small parts. Yeah, let's do it like so. Let's do it like so. Alrighty. Would like to get that down though. Like to get that down though. This looks kind. Let's do it like this. I'm happy like this. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. So now everything's in here and everything is sorting nicely. Everything is sorting ever so nicely. Good stuff. So we have everything at the base now. Now we need to disconnect the old one. We need to disconnect the old one and get it automated. And we have a small little storage wall over there, which we will utilize to our fullest extent. And we'll make a nice little storage wall over here. That being said, I need a walkway because I will at one point expand the base. So I will make myself a walkway somewhere. Yeah. I might make a walkway over this? Really? I don't know. We'll see. What are you? You should be a temporary one as well. Yes, you are. This is temporary as well. But yeah, this will be the doggo pen. So doggo pen will stay here for now. Doggo pen will stay here for now. I might transform the entire product building somewhere there sometimes. But everything is flowing in quite nicely. Quite nicely, honestly. I like it. It's slow, but it's enough. So let's get back to the steel base. Connect the steel base to automatism. So it's automated. Woo! So it's automated. Still not empty. This thing. They're still not empty. This looks pretty mesmerizing, not gonna lie. Could make a nice screensaver. Just have like material flowing all the time. Could be a nice screensaver. Wallpaper engine actually makes that possible to have a movable wallpaper. I quite like this entrance though. This corner and entrance of the building has been hidden in this little hallway right here, which has in turn a walkway into the machine room, into the conveyor room, and the machine room itself is like clean AF. I really like that. Oh, we're almost there. We're almost there. So let's grab a few of these so it goes a little quicker. This one takes a little longer. Let's make a short little check to the other bases. Also, I should look into Mercerspheres. I should look into Mercerspheres because I need interdimensional depots so I can free up some inventory space. The overflow sink is working nicely. The overflow sink is working ever so nicely. Wonderful stuff. Everything here number 3? I think so. Everything in here looks number 3. Good stuff. I know down there is definitely number 3 everywhere. So yeah, there was this single impure copper over here, which made me decide that I can't have my main base here. So there is coal up there, but I couldn't use it because I was stealing it for power plants. Now this is not symmetrical, unfortunately, but this has the same principle as the other one. This one features the same principle as the other one. Whereas the piping has been brought through the ceiling, actually through the wall in this case. And right over there. So it's a little crossing, but you can walk everywhere. But here's a nice little look on how the piping system works. I think this is an extremely neat and repeatable. That's a repeatable process. So this is quite repeatable. And again, conveyor system into the floor. Because I've become a real fan of the conveyor system in the floor. I think having a transfer layer of 2 height is really good. You can do a lot of a transfer layer of a 2 height. 3 height would probably be better, but that might be reaching it as well. And yeah, this coal has unfortunately been siphoned for power production. I'm not quite happy with this little thing right here. I'm not super happy with this, but it works for now. I was trying something different, so it's totally fine. But yeah, pretty cool space as well. It's a little cramped in here. I might have to extend this if I ever extend this itself. I've actually not looked into this little alcove right there. Right, there is something there. There is actually Hanathist here. But here's the reason I had to take the other one. Here's the reason I had to take the other one. Because this one required me boom booms to get in. Obviously I haven't had boom booms at this stage. So I could never get in here and grab the Hanathist. Let's change that. That was pretty nice. Alrighty. Everything's clear. Now there should be Hanathist down here. Why is there light in... Oh, there is no light in here. It's just... the game is not recognizing this as a cave. Just... oh, there's gas. Nice throw. Nice throw. Now we have enemies coming in already. No biggie. No biggie. I'm gonna leave something here because I have a little bit of a full inventory. I'm gonna leave some rods here. So I can grab the meats. Get the Schlug, obviously. Let's drop down a crafting bench because we had some visitors over here. Big cave. Big cave. Drop another crafting bench over here. I'm currently missing Sam. Sam is currently a problem. I don't have any alien materials currently. Speaking of which, there's the Hanathist. There is indeed the Hanathist. But again, this required me to have boom booms, which is not feasible in the beginning. There's actually an opening here. Oh, hello guys. And there is a Sam. Okay, interesting. This is pretty good because I have a base that is pretty close. So I can immediately make use of that Sam. Now, it would be great if this Sam is not impure. If this Sam is at least normal. Pure, obviously, better. Can't pick up this guy. Pure, obviously, better. But it's a normal. Wonderful. So it's a normal. I can work with a normal. Very good. There is Sam here. Good to know. Let's plonk down a crafty bench so we prevent the respawns. Now we have two ways this cave goes. We have another Hanathist here. Triple Hanathist, actually. So we got a pure. We got pure spiders. No biggie. Another one behind us. There we go. Spiders. Oh, right there, mate. A bloody spider. A bloody Ocromantula, oi. So we could just simply sink this Hanathist. Just not do anything with it, just sink it. Until we have a need for it, that is. But we found the Sam now, which I'll quite happily take. This cave is giant. What the hell? I see a spider down there? No. But I have a feeling this is a roundabout with the other side. We're gonna take a look at that later. I really would like to build a base in something like this. I think building a base in something like this would be really cool. But this would be hell, absolute hell to hollow out and make clean. But this would look really cool as a base. But this is a giant cave complex. My lordy. And we have an opening. Before we entrance that opening. Drink something. So, where has this brought us? Okay, this has brought us to the coal. There is coal down here. This has brought us directly to coal, which means this has brought us to water. There are recipes for washing material and multiplying the material. So not only has this brought us this. This a copper? It's a copper. So this has brought us to a copper. So to 4 coal nodes. So this brought us to 4 coal nodes. 2 more are up there. There is an iron node over there too, which is pure. There's another iron straight over there. Is there a limestone here? Yes, there is a limestone over there. And another limestone over there. So this is a pure and normal. Caterium. No caterium here. Okay, so there's no caterium. Oh, it's quite far away. It's quite far away. Yeah, caterium's quite far away. Quartz obviously is behind us, but sulfur is the important one. Is there any sulfur here? Yes, but it is impure and impure. So we have two impure, so there is another sulfur problem here. Which means if we go into oil, we might have to do the extreme long walk over there. To basically the other side of the map. To get our oil set up. Who knows? Let's go back into the cave. We still have to do the sidewalks in the... or the side passageways. Whatever you want to call it. Why is there a bird flew into the ground? Let's get into here and let's be killed by 5 radiant spiders and hogs and whatever exists in here. A little bit of water does. So what is in here? What inherently will kill me? There's a slug that I cannot grab. But I really want to grab it. Because I don't want to return here. Do I really have to build something here? Yes. Yes, I really have to build something. So... this is actually an opening. And what do you know? This is an opening to the beach. Ah. Interessante. That is actually an opening to the beach. Is there anything here? Look like it. Can't remember if there was anything here. Interesting. So this is actually a walkway to the beach. Which means the other opening that we first found leads to somewhere else. Okay. Yeah, building a base in here would look really cool, but clearing that out requires so much work. Clearing everything out would require so much work. It would be possible though. But having like a cave base requirement, everything you want to do has to have solid rock above it. Really cool idea. This is a really cool idea. Like bringing all of the materials in and you have to do all wonky stuff. It would be a cool idea. It would be really cool. There is a lot of space here. Like literally, there is so much space here. You could do 2, maybe even 3 levels of base in here. You could do 3 levels of base in here. It would be really cool. Let's see where this leads. Because this is another cave that is unexplored yet. So, hi. Not scared of you. You're only small spiders. Small spiders ain't no biggie. Can I drop something? Yeah, let's drop some cables. So we can grab the other power slug as well. A Mercer. We need to drop something else again. Because I'm not coming back here to grab a Mercer sphere. Nice shot. Is there a big one? No biggie spider? No biggie spider. Only smalls. There we go. Alrighty, simple jump is enough? Simple jump is enough.
This is a shrine to windows and weaving. Your mimic tapestry grows in the shallows and the clouds, but not through the windows. What is your root?
I have no roots, nor do I operate on windows, but perhaps you mean something akin to the human saying, my point of origin is Earth, I was created by specific individuals of the human race.
Incompatible music.
Did I say something wrong, or did you not understand?
You cannot be shallow deep. The ripples you cast into the void have no skin.
It seems I may have said something paradoxical. Interesting.
Oh, where does this lead? This leads to more enemies. No biggie. I'm a sniper after all. I jumped a little bit on that one. Prevent spawning. I'm swimming? Okay. Hi, slug. Okay, once again we are at the beach. Okay. So once again we are at the beach. Is there anything interesting here? I don't think so. Okay, cave explored. Cave is huge. But most importantly, we're swimming in air once again. Most importantly, there is SAM down there. And it's a normal SAM, which we can work with. That is honestly quite good. That is quite good that there is SAM down there. Because I had real trouble finding SAM in my area. So... this is a huge cave though. I like this cave. I remember there was a... oh, we still have a boyo somewhere? I can hear it. Can we pick this up? No, we've already picked up some. There's still a boyo somewhere, but I can't see him. Lots of slugs here as well. Can't grab them. There might be something up there too. But for now, I'm pretty happy with this cave. This should give us enough time for the storage containers to clear. So we can turn them around and automate them. Then it's time to upgrade the base, is what I would like to say. But since I'm working again, ain't no overtiming anymore. So we have to finish up at a certain pace. There's more enemies here. Oh, hi. Where you come from? well, we have a crafting bench here, so this should prevent anything. Aww. There we go. Wonderful. Good to know. So we have salmon there. Cool. Will be a long way to get out, but since we already have a base here, it's not that far, honestly. We can just simply transport it from here, get it up there, and get it out. I'm not too worried about that. Nice jump, nice fail, nice jump. So both conveyor belts are empty. Nice jump. Let's remove these. Let's turn those around. And now the system is automated. And now the system is automated. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Why are you not sinking? You have power, why are you not sinking? There's something that we cannot sink? Was there something I cannot sink? Dismantle crate? Oh, you cannot sink the flesh. Interesting. Interesting, you cannot sink flesh. Okay. Sure. So this is a sink as well. Technically, I don't need this sink anymore. Yeah, technically, I don't need this sink anymore. So let's just... No, let's just let it run for now. Material is flowing. It's lovely. Steel is also flowing. That's great. So we now have everything we need at the base, which means remodeling will come next time, which will be tomorrow most likely. This week will probably not be a recording week. Outside of Friday, obviously, when the fox returns. But yeah, this is now done. Everything here is where it needs to be. Which means we can now do the base. We can now do the base. So let's do some... Let's do some research stuff because I have a few Mercer-spheres. I have a few Mercer-spheres, so let's do some research on the Mercer-spheres. Rotors. We technically don't need that many rotors. Copper plate, everything here. Let's see. Can I... No, I cannot. I cannot. Inventory is looking good though. So let's look at the doggos really quickly. Brought me good stuff. Brought me useless stuff. Brought me useless stuff. Brought me okay stuff. Brought me interesting stuff. So another nukes. I believe that's the 4th nuke that I've received. I believe that is the 4th nuke I have received. I've sold 1 nuke just to see how many points it gets. Barely doesn't get anything. Not worth it. Not at all. So it's the 6th nuke I have received. So let's quickly do this. Storage is atrocious, as is expected. We need SAM most likely for this now. Do we? Alien technology. Yes, we need SAM for this. Meh. That needs SAM. That's not nice. This is not nice. This needs SAM. This sucks. So I'm gonna do that not now, I guess. I could have expected that, yeah.
Summer sloop analysis completed. Summer sloops are somewhere between battery and conduit, harvesting energy from pockets of space with complete disregard for the rules of the space-time continuum, and distributing it into its connected ecosystem. This energy is pulled directly from distant sources with no latency or loss, and shows significant enough similarities to the hypothetical force of dark energy to potentially be one and the same. It can now be tracked by the object scanner.
Let the effigies harvest until the waves reach our shores. Consume.
Sure. So let's quickly make this look nice. However, I want to have different windows for the bottom. For the bottom, I want to have different windows. I want to have these angled windows for the bottom. For the bottom, I want to have these angled windows. For the bottom, I want to have these angled windows. Get a door frame here. Get a door frame here. Again, I will improve all of this at some point. For now, I just want to get the general idea out. Just want to get the general idea out and what to do with the conveyor system and all of that stuff. Just want to get the general idea out. Now these will no longer be necessary because I will go floor conveyor belts, obviously. For now, it's just making the first steps in making it look nice. First step in making it look nice is building stuff, right? No. I wanna have Let's see. 2 height. Then I want to have 2 height inverted. I want to have 2 height inverted. Now I want to have a 1 height inverted. Now I want to have a 2 height inverted now. Now I'm facing the same problem then. I want to have a 1 height inverted. Like so. Transition into this. Alrighty. Now I need a walk that way, you gotta walk that way. Now this is also no longer necessary later because I am using floor. Now this thing is also no longer necessary. This will also no longer be necessary. Everything here will be prettied up. Everything here will be prettied up at some point. Everything here will be prettied up at some point. You know what? Let's do it like so. Do it like so, so it looks the same. Symmetricals must be respected. Symmetricals must be respected. Like so. And now we go here. And we zoop this. Because let's make the base look nice, right? Let's make the base look nice. Let's make it look nice. So we now have this angled intro of the corner here. Which I think looks really sleek. I think this looks really sleek. I'm not super happy with this fat pillar right here. I'm not super happy with this fat ass pillar. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get a corner cover. And I'm gonna take another corner cover here. I'm gonna do it like so. Because I'm not happy with this fat ass corner. I want to have a corner cover like so. Corner cover like so. Oh, this might be a problem actually. Because this doesn't square it up. Yes, this doesn't square it up. Ha 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 ha. This doesn't square it up. Do I have a squared up corner though? I have a squared up corner. Haha. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. And now I place the inverted corner. Right, that looks good. Yes. Oh yeah, baby, that looks good. Look at this. This actually looks dope. I like this. This looks dope. So this is a 4-stage system, not a 2-stage system. I was wondering how to place these nicely, but that's apparently the answer. That's apparently the answer, to make it look like so. Oh, this is nice. I like this. See, this is why I play solo, to figure out what looks nice so I can use it at the main base. So I can use it at the main building. Can you not move me, Belt? That would be great. Stop moving me, Belt. I wish there was a better surface than concrete, but I kind of guess it makes sense for the outside. I guess it makes sense for the outside to do it like this. That looks pretty sharp though. Looks pretty sharp. So let's make the wallings of the corner different this time. Usually I wall the corner itself. However, I want to give the corner now a double wide window. Like so. And I want to have glass over there. Like so. And I want to make this how high? I think I want to make this at least a 5 height. So I want to make this at least a 5 height. Like so. And then another cornering like so. And then if I have to build a floor, I then have to build a floor, I can just place another floor on top of it. Which makes this technically a 6 meter high. It's a bit too high. A bit too high. A bit too high. Let's do it like so. I think this looks better. I think this looks better. What the? Can you not be in the base? That would be great. Means another one like so. Another one like so. 5 height is fine. 6 height is 2. 6 height is 2. 5 height is completely fine. 5 height is completely fine. Now we're getting to the ugly part. With all of the machines. All of the machines. Like so. I still have a bunch of material, so we can easily work it. Like a glass of water. Is it worth it? Let me work it. If you got a big, let me work good. One, two, belt. 3. Now we glass everything up. No, I fell. And I'm missing silica. Missing silica. Which again is no biggie because we have silica in the base now. We have silica in the base now, which would be you. Okie dokie, so this window section was not finished. This window section is not finished. Now here, this needs to be a little bit special. This needs to be a little bit special. Because this is my balcony, so this needs to be just a little bit special. However, looking good, yo. Nice and symmetrical as well. Big fan. He says when there's 3 windows and 2 windows. Oh well. I wanted to be symmetrical, I guess. Well, no biggie. Nobody would ever know. Like so. Like so. I need steel pretty soon, but again, no biggie because we put all of the material into this base. Good stuff. Good stuff. Wonderful. The wallings are done outside of the of this one right here. This needs to look normal though. We have to make this look normal. Because that means we can look out of the window here. And we can look into the base itself, which is nice, nice, nice. And we can build an opening for the glider. So now, this right here will receive different windows. This will receive different windows. Because this is the balcony. And receives different windows. Because this is right in the middle of the view. Great. Donk. So I can't have this right in the middle of the view. So this glass goes. That's, by the way, a city. We put some angled frame here. Put some angled frame. Ooh, I sold the MAM. I sold the equipment manufacturer. I sold the equipment manufacturer. Now we can look outside of it. Equipment manufacturer, equipment workshop, like so. Like so. MAM left, equipment. Now we can look outside. That's great. Wonderful. That's just what I wanted. I wanted to be able to look outside. And I've gotten that. Great. Okay. Now this will be finished differently. So let's finish this roofing right here. Let's see. How will I finish this roofing? Pure glass? Or a design? Pure glass or a design? Pure glass or a design? Pure glass or a design? Oh. No, everything's fine. Everything's not. Pure glass or a design? Because I wanted to do this. So we can put this behind the wall. Aha. We can put this behind the wall. Now we can put a sign to it. Now we can put a sign to it. And make it visible like so. Okay. Okay, is this flowing? Yes, it is. Just very slow, but it is flowing. So, do I make a glass roof or do I do a design? Let's see. I don't like how this roof looks on us. Tar roof, the glass roof. Glass roof obviously looks in. I got some coupons! I got some cute puns! I'd like to get the MAM shop in here as well. Add the super shop, that is. A Storage. Storage should have some of these. There they are. Customizer. Metal roof. Add to cart. $32. What's so expensive? Okay, so we now have metal roofs. How do you look? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Can you recolor these? No. You can recolor the binding of it. So it is barely visible. If I get another roof over here. Yeah, it only colors the... It only colors the binding. So that is no. So a simple glass roof it is, I guess. If we take this and a regular roof. We customize this. This is actually fully colorable. This colors absolutely nothing. So this actually colors beautifully. Unpainted looks also quite sick. Ethereum finish looks really posh. Copper finish. Also not bad. It's quite shiny. Quite shiny. Chrome finish. Well, that's ultra shiny. Carbon steel finish. Well, that's black. This is white. I don't know. I'm just gonna choose a glass roof and be done. Just gonna choose a glass roof. I want to have the roof of 2 meters. Outer corner. Inner corner. Flat roof. And then let's go 4 meter. 4 meter. 4 meter. Then let's go 1 meter. 1 meter. 1 meter. So. Hold on. Roof. Roof. Corner. Nope. Nope. I think we're gonna make it a... I have an idea. Is there truly no center here? There truly no center. Because this looks very much like it is central. This looks very much like it is central. So this is the center line right here. This is the center line. This is the center line right here. This is the center line. So this is a 3 line. So if I take this to 4, I take this to a 4 height. Then flatten it out. 3, 3. What do you know? We have a center line. So we take it 3, 3. Are we not high? No, we are actually squared. What the hell? We are actually squared. Interesting. We're actually squared. What? We're actually squared. I did not expect that. I did not expect that we were actually squared. Interesting. I did not expect that we were actually squared. Did not expect that at all. Did not expect such a thing. Stop breathing on me, dogs. Whatever that noise is. It's probably Hubert. I did not expect that I build a perfect square. But apparently I did. I built an utterly perfect square. Oh well. Oh well. Build a perfect square, I guess. That was quick. Did not expect that to be that quick. Turns out having a perfect square kind of makes things really quickly. Well, this is the fastest I have ever built a roof. Wonderful. Now I need a customizer. I'm gonna edit this one. I'm gonna make this white. Select the color. I'm gonna make this white. Alrighty, that is the quickest I have ever made a base happen. And we also customize the yes. Ooh, I like it. I like it. We can customize these as well. Now I have a customize filter on, so I can just simply aim and shoot. Which is quite nice. That's very cool. Do these recolor too? I don't think so. Okay. That was pretty quick. I did not expect that to be that quick, but it was pretty quick. Let's see how it looks, I guess. And I'm kind of stuck. So, let's see how it looks. That was the quickest roof I've built in a long time. Oh, that looks sick.
Organs and veins are grown, and bones are dug into our walls. The temple gift is being desecrated. Our notes are sour still. Harmony follows many star journeys.
Patterns are starting to emerge in vocabulary, sentence structure, topics. How fascinating to once again solve a true mystery, to be unable to create any accurate predictions.
Unfortunately, this just doesn't color nice. There's only the fisted wall and there is the concrete wall. If we fisted wall this and we customize material fisted wall this, if I fisted wall this and I customize this with a color, that would look nice. That would look pretty nice. That would indeed look pretty nice. But I don't like that this has like a door into it. I'm not the biggest fan of the door. I think for now this looks pretty nice. I would like to get up there and do a high view of everything. But I'm lacking the zip line. Let's see if we can quickly grab the zip line, the zip line research. Now this is not yet done, so we should look into this really quickly. Architecture. Right, this already flips into it. This already clips in. This already clips into it. I'm not a fan. Not a fan. This already clips into it. Yeah, this already clips into it. I'm not a fan. This is not really possible. It clips into it. I mean, we can do it like so. And have a 1 meter ramp over here. It needs it to be a 2 meter ramp wall over here. So, oh well, let's leave it like so. This is okay. This is okay. Looks pretty freaking cool though. But this can now fly out. It is clipping here though. So it is clipping here. So let's leave this off like so. So it can fly out without clipping into it. I think that's okay. What I would like to try though is this. Just have it nicely finished on the corner with a slanted edge. So we have it nicely finished on the corner. Now this would look pretty cool, but is it clipping? It is not. But I'm gonna leave this open. I'm gonna leave this open like so. So it can fly out no problem. The pilot must be pretty good not to scratch the glass. Who cares about the pilot? Yeah. I think that's it for today. Because this game is terrible. And I need to quit it when I have fun. Because this game's terrible. Let's for the last time check the doggos. That's a lot of tickets again. So that is a lot of tickets that I will gain. Another ticket machine. Quite a bit of useful stuff. Another big ticket machine. So if we drop this in here, this should give us amazing amounts of tickets. We have already sold quite a bunch of tickets though, but still, look at how many points this gets us. This got us like 500,000 points. This gave us another 4 cute ponds. This gave us another 4 cute ponds. Which is really nice. But the base is pretty finished now. I like it. I like it. The base is pretty finished now. Design-wise. Design-wise, it is pretty finished now. So this is it. This is the base. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Done a lot. This was day 6, by the way. This was day 6. I kind of like how it looks. I want to look at it once from the outside and then I'm gonna go ahead and quit for today. I wanna, let's see, let's go to these rocks over there. But we have now brought most of the material. Oh, there's a cave. I'm getting distracted. Okay. I'm getting distracted. Hi. Oh, it just... there's a tunnel. The tunnel. That's what it is. It's a tunnel. Oh yeah, look at this. That looks dope. Yeah, this looks pretty cool. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. This looks pretty cool. You followed me actually to the sun? Can you not follow me to the sun, please? This looks pretty cool. This looks pretty cool. I like it. Now I wish I could color the concrete better. If this was white concrete, that would look so nice. It would be so cool. But I like it. It looks pretty cool. Especially the diamond here looks pretty dope on the corner. Yeah, that's nice. We're gonna continue here tomorrow. Another chill stream. I'm gonna chill because the first week of work is terrible. So I'm gonna press save game. I'm gonna go ahead and copy day 6. There you go. Now it's saved. So we have day 6, so 31 hours has been invested into this. I'm not gonna rebuild the base. Forget it. I might do something for the outside, but I'm not gonna rebuild the base. Because this base is entirely different setup. This base is set up as a conveyor belt room and the machine room. But this gives me more information on how to build things. I'm not gonna rebuild them. Still, this looks very nice. And yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Tomorrow. Goodbye.